Welcome back. Now we'll discuss wind energy conversion system part 2. Objective of this presentation are to discuss performance of wind machine and to discuss wind energy data assessment. Now first we will discuss types of wind machine. First type is according to axis of the rotor, and according to axis of rotor there are two types: horizontal axis machine and vertical axis machine. In horizontal axis machine, axis of rotor is in horizontal plane. In vertical axis machine, the axis of rotor is in vertical plane. Then according to rotor design, there are four types. First is multi-bladed machine, second is propeller machine, third is Savinius rotor, and fourth is Darius rotor. In figure 1, various type of rotors are shown. First is multi-bladed type, second is propeller type, third is Savinius or S type of rotor, and fourth is Darius rotor, in which we have two blades to the Darius rotor, and from the top view when this will rotate, the blades are rotating like this, and this is the cross section of blade. So this is two bladed Darius rotor machine, and propeller machine and Darius machine are high speed machine and having aerofoil cross section of the blade, and multi blade and Savinius rotor are a slow speed. Figure shows the wind farm of propeller wind machines, and number of wind machines are installed in a wind farm, maybe 200, 300 or 400, and the size of propeller wind machine is varying from few kilowatt to 30 to 3 megawatt. And in this wind farm there is also substation and the infrastructure for the control room and the office for the wind farm. Now we'll discuss the performance parameter of wind machine, and the first performance parameter is the power coefficient or energy efficiency, energy conversion efficiency of wind machine. So power coefficient is defined as the ratio of power extracted by a rotor to power available in a wind stream, and theoretical maximum power coefficient is given by Bench limit, and it is 59.26%. Maximum power coefficient reported is 0.45 for 2 or 3 bladed propeller machine. Second term is T-speed ratio lambda, which is the ratio of the speed of the blade T to the free stream wind speed. So lambda equal to omega into r, where omega is angular velocity of rotor and r is the length of blade in propeller machine. So length of blade into angular velocity is a tip speed velocity of the blade upon wind velocity is the tip speed ratio, and this tip speed ratio varies from 4 to 12 for propeller machine and Darius machine, and low for the multi-blade and the Savinius rotor. Next, third term is solidity ratio, which is the ratio of a blade area to the swept frontal area of the machine. In case of a propeller machine, we have 2 or 3 blades, and when rotor rotate, it swept the area, which is pi by 4 d square is the swept area of the propeller machine. Then the actual area occupied in that swept area by the blades is the blade area, and the solidity ratio is the ratio of blade area to the swept frontal area of the machine, and which is denoted by gamma, and for propeller machine, number of blade into chord of the blade upon pi r. This gives the solidity ratio for the wind rotor, where n is the number of blade, c is the mean chord of the blade, and r is the radius of rotor. Now we'll discuss the two coefficient, lift coefficient and drag coefficient for the stationary blade. And the first is the lift coefficient Cl, which is equal to Fl upon half rho a Ci square. That is the ratio of lift force to wind force, and this lift force is used to rotate the propeller and the Darius rotor. And the second coefficient is drag coefficient, which is defined as ratio of drag force to the wind force, and this force is useful force in the multi-blade and the Siamese rotor. A wind stream is blowing and it possesses kinetic energy which is extracted by the wind rotor. So wind energy possessed by the wind stream is equal to kinetic energy of the wind stream. So wind power Pi equal to half mci square, where m is the mass flow rate of wind stream, and c is the velocity of wind. Then mass flow rate is equal to rho a Ci. By putting value of m, we have the wind power is half rho a Ci cube. A is equal to the rotor area, rotor swept area, which is pi by 4 d square is the rotor swept area, and after simplification we have 1 by 8 rho pi d square Ci cube is the wind power available for the rotor, and that wind power is directly proportional to d square into Ci cube, and into efficiency gives the output power available from the wind rotor. So output from the wind machine is directly proportional to diameter square and cube of wind velocity. Now we will discuss this figure. In this top figure we have variation of pressure near the wind machine is shown. So on x-axis we have distance and on y-axis is the pressure, and this is the location of a wind turbine or wind rotor. Then when the wind approaches the rotor, pressure goes on increasing and it decreases in the rotor, and then again the pressure build up to the initial value. Then second figure shows velocity variation with the distance. The velocity decreases in the rotor because rotor convert kinetic energy into mechanical energy. So the exit velocity from the rotor is less than the approaching velocity. So Ci is the approaching velocity of wind and c is the exit velocity. Now there should be certain optimum value of exit velocity for which the wind power generated is maximum. So optimum exit velocity for the wind rotor is 1/3 of Ci, and for this condition the power output is maximum. By putting the C equal to 1/3 Ci in this equation, in this equation, then we have the maximum conversion efficiency, then we have the maximum power of the rotor is 8 by 27 rho A CIQ, and the maximum conversion efficiency or power coefficient is defined as the rotor power developed by rotor to the wind power. So power developed by rotor for maximum condition is this much, 8 by 27 rho A CI cube upon wind power half rho A CI cube, and this Cp power coefficient equal to 16 upon 27, which is 0.5926. So maximum conversion efficiency or maximum power coefficient is 59.26%, and this is called as bench limit, above which any rotor cannot go. And the maximum conversion efficiency is in the propeller rotor, and its value is 0.45. Now we will discuss torque and axial thrust on blades. Torque is equal to power upon omega. Power upon omega, which is pi dn by 60, and power, maximum power is given by 8 by 27 rho ACI cube. So we have maximum torque, and that is acting on the rotor of the wind turbine, T is equal to maximum power upon omega pi dn by 60. By simplifying, 120 rho d Ci cube upon 27n gives the maximum torque acting on wind rotor. Then we have axial thrust due to wind forces, which is given by Fx equal to half OA Ci square minus Ce square. By putting A, we have pi by 8 rho d square Ci square minus Ce square, and maximum axial thrust is given by putting the optimum exit velocity, that is Ci equal to 1 by 3 Ce. By putting that condition in this equation, we will get the maximum axial thrust, which is pi by 9 rho d square Ci square, which acting on the rotor, and this is the maximum axial thrust. Figure 3a shows the variation of wind energy conversion efficiency, is power coefficient with a tip speed ratio for various rotor. So this is the bench limit. No, this is the bench limit. Dotted line shows the bench limit. Then we have, this is the multi-bladed machine. Then second is for the Savinius rotor, and it is operating at low speed, tip speed ratio from 0 to 2. And the next is the Darius machine, and the fourth is high speed 2-blade propeller machine, in which the tip speed ratio is varying from 4 to 8. So for these two machines, the tip speed ratio is high for Savinius and the Darius. So these are the high speed machine, and these two are the slow speed machine. This gives less torque, more speed. These two gives more torque, less speed. Now figure B shows the solidity variation with tip speed ratio, and solidity is defined as the ratio of area of blades to swept area. So in multi-blade machine, we have number of blades varies from 8 to 12 to 20. So the area occupied by blade is more. So area of blade to the swept area, this ratio is more in multi-blade. So this is the region for the multi-blade and the Savinius rotor. And for tip speed ratio 4 to 8, we have the propeller machine, and in propeller machine the blades are 2 or 3, so occupy less area in the swept area. So Ratio of blade area to swept area is the solidity which is low in the propeller blade machine. Now we discuss wind data and energy measurement. Wind power available is a cube of wind velocity. So wind velocity measurement is very important for selection of site and for selection of wind machine, type of machine and its capacity, and to study the load. In selection and design of wind machine, wind data is required. Wind data is measured by various instruments, and few are pitot tube, hot wire anemometer, and curve anemometer, and the data is measured on daily, monthly, or yearly basis. But for uh, selecting site, the wind data required is of 1 or 2 or 3 year, which gives uh, exact idea about the wind availability at that site, which is helpful to select the wind machine, size of wind machine, type of wind machine. Figure 4 shows the annual speed frequency with a wind speed interval of 2 km per hour, and B shows the annual speed duration curve. So on x-axis we have wind speed in km per hour, on y-axis is a frequency, hour per air, and this is the typical distribution for the wind speed for uh, 10 to 30 speed. We have the frequency is more. Now this wind distribution curve is converted into the wind duration curve by dividing into number of strips and arranging that strip in a descending order. We have, this is a load duration curve, wind duration curve, and wind duration curve gives the ability of wind for that hours. Is the wind speed of 30 kilometer per hour is available for 1500 hours per year. Then 20 kilometer per hour speed is available for 4500. Then 10 kilometer per hour speed is available for 7500 hours out of 8760 in a year. Thank you. If you have any query, mail me on sdbharate@kkwa.edu.in.